So, what is a hero? Well, my personal definition of a hero is someone who makes a lifelong positive impression on your life. So, with that in mind, I have a few childhood heroes that I want to address. Let's start off with Batman 1960s version. That's right. Not the one from The Dark Knight, not the one from the animated series. No, Adam West. That was my bag back in the day. I mean, I was a little kid. I must have been at least 5 or 6, and just running around playing Batman, running around with a blanket as a cape, trying to fight crime. Everything I punched at had to have that biff or pow or bing or zoom into it, but it was always fun to watch. And it actually had a positive message, crime doesn't pay. It's a simple message, but it's one that has to hold true throughout your life. Crime doesn't pay. In the very end, you get yours, whether it be from the police or from the Dark Knight himself. Just got to keep on the straight and narrow. And if that doesn't scream hero, I don't know what does. My next hero is He-Man. He-Man taught me morality. I learned right from wrong from watching this cartoon. See, every episode had an underlining theme or underlining morality issue, whether it be stealing, lying, cheating, who holds a weapon, what is a leader, all these things were addressed in this cartoon. And they didn't even do it as subtle, because at the end of every episode, it told you what the episode was about and what the solution was to every problem that they faced. And every time I saw Prince Adam hold off that magic sword and say, by the power of Grayskull, and become He-Man, I got so excited because I knew that the bad guys were in for it now. And it's funny because he never used that sword to slash at anybody. The only thing he ever used that sword against was as a utility, as whether it be cutting through a chain or to use it to hold some kind of rope. He-Man never had to use any type of real violence towards his enemies. He would either, I think the worst he ever did was maybe punch something or throw it. But his plan was to never cause any major physical harm to any of the bad guys. He just wanted to teach these guys a lesson. And that's what we learned every time we watched He-Man. We learned a lesson. And if that doesn't scream hero, then nothing will. It's funny, I still remember being this little kid watching He-Man, and my parents got me this He-Man playset where it would come with his armor and his shield and his sword, and I would run around my front yard swinging at our pomegranate tree with my fake sword, and I would shout, by the power of Grayskull. And there were these kids that would come and watch me as I did all this, and I don't know if they knew that I was watching them or what. I really don't remember, but it's because it's a very early memory of mine. But all I do remember is watching these kids watching me play as He-Man. I guess I had the acting bug back then. Those were the days. I love you, He-Man. Thanks for showing me what's right and wrong. My next hero is a tragic one, but a hero nonetheless. Imagine being a police officer, and on your first day of the job, you're completely gunned down. And the next time you wake up, you see a heads-up display. You're being told that you can only act within 3 different directives. That you're stripped of all of your humanity, your feelings, your emotions, all of it, completely gone. That's what happens to Alex Murphy in the film RoboCop. Throughout the movie, RoboCop starts to regain his memories and putting back the pieces of who he once was. And then he goes after those who are responsible for taking all that from him. It's a great revenge story. It's a great hero. Because at the very end, you're rooting for this guy. And then when he is asked what his name is, and he turns around and he says, Murphy, he just smiles back. He knew that he got redemption. It's a great story with a great character. And throughout history, you've seen this character go through a few changes. And even in this cartoon series, he's just as heroic, making sure that he brings all those who commit crimes to justice, whether it be from his prime directives or through other means. If you're a bad guy, and if you like to get in trouble, better watch out, because RoboCop's coming after you. Yes, I know that was cheesy, but I don't care. I love RoboCop. My next hero taught me that being smart was cool. Egon Spengler from Ghostbusters. He inspired me so much that I wanted to be a Ghostbuster. I used to run around with my toy proton pack. I used to have the action figures. Hell, I still do have a couple action figures. And he's just, I don't know what it was. I think it was just the fact that he made science cool. He made ghostbusting cool. Egon was the go-to guy for all the Ghostbusters. Anytime there was a problem with a ghost, Egon already knew what kind of ghost it was and how to deal with it. And he had the means to carry it out. From creating all the Ghostbuster equipment, from the proton packs, to the ghost traps, to designing the containment grid. And he was brilliantly played by the late, great Harold Ramis. A great actor and even a better director, dare I say it. Don't believe me? Check out Analyze This and Analyze That. Also, he wrote my all-time favorite comedy, Back to School. Rest in peace, Harold Ramis. And thank you for making Egon one of my personal favorite heroes. Okay, so those are my 4 childhood heroes. I was going to do 5, but I figured 4 is enough. And I've been shooting for like over 40 something minutes. It's taken me this long to make a video. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and name 3 other YouTubers who I would like to see do their 3 or 4 or 5 heroes that they want to talk about. Let's start off with Happy Console Gamer, Fluffy Gamer, and RGT85. I hope they respond with a video of their own, and if they do, I look forward to seeing it. Until next time, stay true, stay you.